Okay, I'm back at it again, doing hopefully 2 loops today. Way my body's feeling after falling a couple of days ago. Maybe 1, we'll see. So I'm at the north end of the park again, and the idea is to do the Tetsmine Loop and the Hemlock Loop. That would add up. The Hemlock's only 5 kilometers, but the only way to get there is actually do some of the Tetsmine. And Tetsmine I think is 10 kilometers, so that's 15 kilometers today. Yeah, let's see what I can do. Body's pretty sore today, but it's good to be out anyway. Here we go. It's dark. It's really dark. All right, Tetsmine. Here we go.
Close your eyes, get out of your skin. Only this matters, let it in. If I could, I would be right here with you. In this world of ticking clocks, I hope I'm getting through.
What an incredible moment right now. The sun's just coming out of the clouds, lighting up this area full of rock. Man, what a beautiful time to be in the woods. Wow. So that's the lake that campsite 16 goes to, which would be really nice because you'd have the lake to yourself. Awesome. Okay, so here's the portage that goes to Clearwater Lake from Birch Lake. And right in front of me is Clearwater Lake. Nice. And what you want to do here is not to go Clearwater Lake, keep to the trail, which is now also part of the portage. So follow both. They're the same thing. Look at that. Wow. You don't want to stumble around here. It's a good fall. So a lot of people have been asking me, why are you doing this on your own? Well, first of all, I haven't done it on my own all the time. I go out with people. I also go out with people a lot. I'm a very social person. But I do go solo a lot on trips. And I love it. Absolutely love it. You can get up when you want, eat what you want, plan a route, whatever you want. No conflicts except with yourself. So love doing it. Is it dangerous? Yeah, it is dangerous. You're by yourself. I've got devices. I've got the Spot device Gen 4 I can push in SOS, or push the button and say I'm here, I'm okay. I also tell people where I'm going, my itinerary, and I got a first aid kit in my pack and I know how to use it. And I also have bear spray actually. I don't think I'd have to worry about that here, but I have it, and so forth and so forth. I just find being by yourself, you're so paranoid about something's going to happen that you keep yourself safe. There are a bunch of guy friends especially, you think you're invincible, and that's where injuries happen. So the one thing I should have, some people have noted, and good for a reason, I should be using poles, at least one pole, to keep me upright. I'm filming there all the time though, so I got this camera on a mount. I got another camera I have in another hand, so I don't have any hands to use poles all the time if we're going to film. So I should have poles. Should have good footwear, really good footwear. I got these Keens, I forget what they're called. I love Keens because they're wide fitting, so they're really comfortable on my feet. Some people don't like that in a boot or a shoe, but yeah, I don't have flip-flops, let's just say. Really good high ankle support. So you don't want to twist an ankle out here by yourself. That wouldn't be good. Yeah. So I like going solo. You also see a lot more wildlife, to be quite honest. especially when you're, I mean, like that. Yeah, you see a lot more wildlife. I gotta stop missing these things on camera. Anyway, I just saw a pileated woodpecker, and usually it would call, but it didn't when it took off. The call is the same call that the artist, cartoonist that made Woody Woodpecker. Woody Woodpecker's call is from the pileated or pileated woodpecker. It's a big bird. It's bigger than a crow. Really tall, huge beak, chisels the heck out of a tree to get the grubs out of it. And when you see where they chiseled, it's a rectangle, not a round hole, a rectangle. Just chisels like sawdust everywhere. And yeah, a very common bird actually. You'll hear them before you see them. I just didn't know why he didn't call when I flushed him, but oh well. I've seen 3 woodpeckers this morning, 3 different species of woodpeckers, sorry. The pileated, we also have the downy, and also the hairy woodpecker. So the downy is the smaller, and the male has a red spot in the back of its head. And the hairy woodpecker is a little bit bigger, and then the pileated woodpecker is huge. So the difference between the downy and hairy, you can get them confused because they look similar. They both have the red head. They have some differences, but they look pretty similar. It's just that the downy is smaller than the hairy. And they can be in the same woodlot feeding because the downy will feed on a tree, and then the hairy will actually open the hole even more, and the pileated woodpecker just tear the heck out of it. I love woodpeckers because what they do, their tongue wraps up in their skull like a yo-yo. And they chisel the hole and then let the tongue out, whoop, feed in the hole, and then whoop, goes back up in their skull. And their skull has very hard calcium buildup, so it can bang its head all day and not get a concussion. Yeah, so great. So all those 3 woodpeckers can be in the same woodlot together. Did I mention there's some hills on this route? Anyway, off we go. This is great. Okay, here's another junction. Oh, there's that woodpecker. He's right behind me. Man, he's right there. I gotta start bringing my better camera with the zoom lens. I don't know if you saw it, but that's a pileated woodpecker. Dagnabbit. I hope I got it. Maybe we'll try and zoom in on the edit. Okay, here's where the portage goes down to Birch Lake, but we want to keep to the trail to the left. And look, a hill. Look at that old sign. The trees growing around it. Wow. All right, we have white ash here. It's good to see an ash alive. The ash borer is killing a lot of ash right now. So this is white ash. You also have green ash here and black ash. So how do I know this is white? Well, first of all, I know it's an ash because it's an opposite arrangement on the branch, just like let me see here, just like maple, right? Opposite arrangement, meaning one leaf goes one way and opposite the other. So it's not alternate, but it's also ash because it's a leaflet. Or sorry, you know, it's early this morning. So you know it's an ash because it's a compound leaf, okay, which have leaflets. So number of leaves per leaf. And white ash, I might be wrong with these numbers, but if I remember, it's 6 to 9 leaflets per compound leaf. Black ash has 9 to 11 or 9 to 12. And yeah, that's a good way to compare the two. Black ash has more leaflets on the compound leaf, but there's kind of a, you know, in between there. So what if they have 9? Easier way, really easy. White ash has right there a stalk between the stem and the leaf. Black ash, I hope I can find a black ash for you. It goes right to the stem. There is no stalk. Totally different. Okay, so black ash has no stem to the stalk, and white ash, some candy geese flying over. White ash has a stalk. Okay. I forgot to check the difficulty score on this one. It's probably moderate to difficult. But just a note, there's a few hills. Not too bad, but there's a few hills. Whew. Okay, next crossroads. We want to go Tetsmine Lake Loop. You could go to the Birch Lake Lookout. I'm not. I'm gonna take it easy today, but I do want to stop off at the Gorge Lookout. So we'll see what that's like. Just be warned, there's a bit of a hill going up towards the Birch Lake Lookout. Just a wee bit. I love this trail. The scenery is amazing. The rock cliffs, the gorges, incredible. Diverse species. I've liked all of them. There hasn't been one I haven't liked. But I gotta say, all of them are different. Wow. We're coming up to what's called Molten Gorge. I think Molten Gorge. Let me check on that. And yeah, spectacular. Well worth doing this loop just to see this. Even if you did it as a linear trip there and back. But look. Amazing place, but watch your footing. I should have brought my poles. Oh well. I'll just be careful. Wow, pretty high up here. Nice. Look at this. It's incredible. Pine growing around a pine. Wow. It just snakes all the way around. And then up. Isn't nature incredible? I'm up on the ridge here. Kind of cool. And it is cool. It's cold. It's a bit of a colder day. Coldest day I've had yet. Got some mittens on. Should have wore a toque actually. I got my rain jacket in my pack in case I need another layer. Or just keep walking, keep warm. But yeah, this is an incredible spot. Like you can't really see it. I would go do this loop later in October when most of the leaves have fallen, the deciduous obviously, so you can get a better view of what's down there. But yeah, look at this. Oh, look at the mica. Oh, it's all over the place. That's what they mined here. Mica. use it for their lanterns. We still mine it today for insulation for wires and stuff. Yeah, lots of it. It's up middle of nowhere. Wow. How the heck that got here? What a totally different landscape. So, rethinking that section I just passed, really steep going up. I think if I did this again, I would do it. Of course, I'm going to do it again. I would do it clockwise. I might be wrong with that, but right now I'm thinking clockwise you would be going downhill more than up. I'm now at the Gibson Lake Hemlock Lake Loop connection. So I've done the Gibson already and about halfway done the Hemlock. Cool. Okay, I just saw something on this beach. I thought it was a fungal infection, but I think it's alive. Let's have a look. Is it just me or are those things moving? What is going on here? What the? Okay, that black stuff is a fungal infection. That beach is not doing well. I don't know what those fluffy things are. I'm gonna find out. Man, I love learning new stuff. It's all over here. Whatever's going on here. The beach isn't winning. Really cool. I love learning new stuff. So one thing, the goods and bads about teaching my students anymore. First of all, I really miss them. But life is life. These beach are not doing well in here. But I would teach them the species that they had to know for the test. And for 35 years, I taught them the species. And I knew those species. But there's some things like ferns. I don't know my ferns. And I'm trying to know my ferns. Maybe the next couple of walks I'll look into that before I go for the walk. But minerals, I don't know my minerals. I've tried. But now it's time for me to learn more. Go beyond what you do know. I always find that exciting times when that happens. Okay, good place to show you these two leaves right in the post. Where it shows me where the Hemlock Loop is. Yeah, so these are two maples. One's a sugar and one's a red maple. So, sugar maple, one on the left. It's the one on the Canadian flag. And it has U-shaped, you get the camera here. It has a U-shaped lobe. Okay, so that's a sugar maple. So what's the difference between that and red maple? Red has a V-shaped lobe. It also has serrations on the side, like a saw. Whereas the sugar does not have serrations. It just has that U-shaped lobe, V-shaped lobe with serrations. Okay. Now I couldn't find one today, but mountain maple, which is a more low-lying tree, it looks like a red maple, but it has a cut in its base. So there's a V cut in the base. See if I can find one of those. But yeah, so red maple, they're more of a lowland area. They like water. They're very soft hardwood, where sugar maple is really, really nice hardwood, very dense wood to make a fire with. You can get maple syrup from both, but this has more sugar in the sap than the red maple. So if you do tap trees, make sure you know the difference between these two. Yeah. This one also, I believe, the red maple is what's on the Maple Leaf Hockey NHL jersey, home jersey. And that, again, is on the flag. I wish it was the canoe on the Canadian flag. The canoe made Canada more than Maple Leaf. Love the flag, not knocking the flag. Love it to bits. Love Canada. Love where I live. I'm so glad I live in Canada, by the way. Vast wilderness. And yeah, but wouldn't it be cool if it was the canoe? Well, I'm officially on the Hemlock Loop. I'm on the section where it's just the Hemlock Loop. There's sections of it that match or link up with the Little Clear, which I did a couple days ago, and the Tetsmine, whatever, I keep forgetting the other trail I was on. But yeah, this is the section of the Hemlock. It's 5 kilometers, doing a figure 8. So I'm about halfway done the day, I believe. Making good time, actually. Not that I'm one to make good time. Oh, yeah, as soon as you say that, your knee goes, Kevin. Oh, okay. Slow down, Kev, slow down. So what I'm getting at is, I'm pretty sure I'm going to see a sign or a clue around here. Oh, my knee is sore from falling on it the other day. Oh boy. Here's what's left of the McLean lumber camp. Old bed spring there, old stove, some other stuff around over there. Cool history. That's a cool old stove too. Wish that kept some loggers warm through the winter. So I got a bunch of chickadees around me right here. And other birds too. Nuthatches. There's a nuthatch. Oh, he's right here. Oh, look at that. Ruby crowned kinglet. A little late for him. Heading south, but anyway. So we got chickadees. We have nuthatches. We got kinglets. They're all together. Why? Is because of the chickadee, black-capped chickadee. It has a territorial call or an alarm call, and all the other birds don't. So if a chickadee knows there's a predator around, it will do a different call. It has 8 different calls, but there's one specific call that actually says, warning, predators around. And the other birds like hang around chickadees because of that. The chickadee and the nuthatch are the only 2 birds that I know. There's just another kinglet. Okay. Anyway, this is very exciting for me, sorry. So when we banded them, if you put a bird upside down, it calms them right down. Their brain doesn't function. You put a blue jay or a red-tailed hawk, whatever, upside down, a bald eagle upside down, it goes, completely calms down. Nuthatches and chickadees feed upside down. You put them upside down, and they don't calm down. They just bite the living. Yeah, they bite you. So when the new bird banders would come in to work, you know, they didn't know that yet. We'd say, okay, guys, you guys go handle the chickadees today out of the nets, and we'll handle the big stuff. And then hear them start crying because they're getting bitten by the chickadees. I just saw so many different birds here. You gotta be watchful here. There's like 1, 2, 3 ways to go here. And then another way up there. Oh, that's really confusing. Lynch Lake is this way. Okay, so I'm gonna go this way. I can even see Tetsmine Lake itself right down there. And yeah. So I'm at the Crab Lake mine, which I passed before when I did the Gibson Loop. So this is where they mined mica. I'll show you some if you want. So yeah, they mined this, what was the late 1800s or early 1900s. And then they just ran out of the big bits and pieces, moved on. It was a busy place at one time. Now it's a park. Interesting. So I'm looking at the sun now. Looks like it's around 11:30. That's pretty good actually. I stopped to talk to people today. Met some really nice people that just love the park. Yeah, it was really good to talk to them. I actually only met like 4 other hikers, but they're all regulars and they just absolutely adore this place. So it's good talking to them. All right, who are you?
I'm Martha from Montreal.
So you went all the way from Montreal to go hiking at Frontenac Provincial Park.
Yes, I did. I came in yesterday and I hiked up to Little Clear. And now I'm doing the Hemlock and Gibson loops. And I'm going to sleep back down there again tonight and hopefully not freeze as much as yesterday.
Yeah, it rained a bit last night.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the park?
I love it. I discovered this park last year and I've been here like 5 or 6 times now. And I like the different options of, exploring different sectors of the park and the loops and the accessibility and just how easy it is in terms of doing the backpacking, in terms of having the sites and the platforms and the boxes and everything set up for you. It just kind of makes it a little easier than than the true backcountry having to, hang your food and all of that.
Who are you?
My name's Chris Heath.
Wow. Okay.
And I've been backcountry packing since 2007, and I started off canoeing in Algonquin. I did that for 4 or 5 years, and then I kind of integrated hiking with that, and I switched to a hammock. So I'm a hammock camper now, a little tarp and underquilts and the whole bit. And don't get me started on this because I'll just blabber on all day. But anyway, I've been coming to Frontenac now for, holy smokes, 8 or 9 years, and I fell in love with the place. It is I would say an beginner intermediate park for backpackers. There are some challenging spots, and I love it. And the fall is my time. The hardest times I've had to camp here were in the summer when I did the challenge, the 12-month challenge. I was, the heat. I'm a hot sleeper, so I like to cool. So I love the park. I can't say enough good about it. It's friendly people. They're, I've never had any issues with people or anything bad. It's all good stuff.
All right. Well, so yeah, I've got 9 done. 2 more to go. I'm not saying it right. Ardak? No. No, the one is only 11 kilometers, but it's supposed to be really hilly. And then Slide Lake Loop, which is supposedly the killer. Everybody's getting me terrified of doing that. But if it's good weather, I'll do it overnight for that. If not, I'll just do a really long day. Awesomeness. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching. And yeah, and thanks for letting me show you a few of the species out here and allowing me to continue my teaching. I'm missing it. I'm missing those kids. But life goes on.